Unit 11, Lesson 3, Job Interview. Vocabulary. Interview, interview, interviewer, interviewer, interviewee, interviewee, accept, accept, connection, connection, stock market, stock market, fantastic, fantastic, private school, private school, public school, public school, moral, moral, trustworthy, trustworthy, close to, close to, shortly, shortly, dressing, dressing, eye contact, eye contact, consider, consider, currently, currently, in addition, in addition, campus, campus, relationship, relationship, confident, confident, sound, sound, exchange rate, exchange rate, calculate, calculate, accounting, accounting, competent, competent, honest, honest, punctual, punctual, relevant, relevant, appreciate, appreciate, identity card, identity card, body language, body language, panic, panic, crucial, crucial, impress, impress, relax, relax. Good morning, Tongdi. My name is John Smith. I'm the director of this company. Could you briefly talk about your personal information, please? Good morning, Mr. John Smith. As you may know from my CV, my name is Tongdi Duangdi. I am 24 years old. I am single. I am good at mathematics, so I decided to study accounting to work as an accountant. Where do you live? Currently, I live with my parents at Dongdok Village, which is much closer to the university campus. What hobbies do you like doing in your free time? In my free time, I like watching TV and playing the guitar. Can you tell me any relationships or connection between accounting and what you love doing in your free time? Well, I can get a lot of daily information from watching TV, like exchange rate and information about stock market. In addition, Music can make me happy, and this can help me calculate things better. That sounds fantastic. Where did you study accounting? I studied accounting at many private schools, but all of them were short courses. However, I really finished a 3-year program from Pakpasak Technical College. Have you ever worked before? No, I haven't. What do you think is the most important thing in being a good accountant? I believe that a good accountant should be competent, honest, and moral. There are many candidates who want to work for my company. Can you give me any reasons why I should choose you? I am very punctual, hardworking, and trustworthy. Okay, thank you for coming. My secretary will announce the result shortly. Good luck. Thank you very much. I will be very appreciated if I am kindly considered. 1. Greeting is the first part of all interviews. 2. Dressing can impress interviewers. 3. It is important to keep eye contact with the interviewers during the interview. 4. Body language is also important during the interview. 5. It is good to have some time to relax and prepare before entering the interview room. 6. Adding extra information to yes and no questions is considered as an advantage. 7. It is important not to panic during the interview. 8. It is crucial to bring relevant documents and identity card or passport. 9. Self-confidence and being positive are very important when answering questions. 10. Try your best during the interview, but be prepared to accept the negative result. 1. How many subjects do you have to study this year? 2. I could answer only a few questions during my interview. 3. How much money do you need? 4. The interviewers asked me a little personal information. It was very short. 5. How many months are there in a year? 6. We have a little information. 7. A few students cannot pass the examination this semester. 8. I don't know much about interviews. 9. I don't expect much about my interview because I didn't answer all the questions. 10. How many questions could you answer during the interview? Tips for interviews. When you need to apply for a job, it is important to keep in mind that interviews, application forms, and curriculum vitae are equally important in the selection process. Job interview is normally the last stage of the selection process, and only shortlisted candidates are invited to have an interview. Candidates who are contacted for the interviews need to be prepared in order to do well during the interview. Here are some tips and general practice that have been applied during the interview. An interview always begins with the greeting session, which normally takes approximately 10 seconds. Then, it is time for either interviewers or interviewees to shortly introduce themselves. After the first part of the greeting and the second part of introduction, it usually follows by the main part of the interview. This third part is the most important, which normally covers educational background, work experience, and other relevant issues related to the information within CV and application form. It is crucial to prepare answering WH questions like what, when, where, why, how, who, which. For example, what did you do in your previous organization? What was your last salary? What salary do you propose if you work in our company, etc. In order to answer well, the candidate should answer the same and relevant information as it has been filled in the application form and CV. There are many other things that candidates need to remember before going to the interview. First, candidates should dress appropriately, because dressing well and good looking can impress the interviewers. Secondly, if your interviewers are non-Asian people, it is important to keep eye contact with them during the interview. Another last important thing to note is that you need to apply for jobs in many different organizations at the same time. The reason is that you will have more chance to get a job if you apply for more than one organization. Job seeking strategy. Step 1. How to get the information about vacant positions. 1. Find newspaper and read vacancy announcement. Step 2. Curriculum vitae consists of 3 main parts. First part, personal information. Second part, work experience and personal skill. Third part, education and training. Step 3, submitting documents. Application form with 2 pieces of 4x6 photograph. Copies of certificate and diploma. Submit all required documents before the deadline. Step 4, interview session. Only shortlisted candidates are invited for an interview. After greeting, you need to introduce yourself. Step 5, notice or result. If you are offered a job, you will be contacted shortly after interview.